everyone, hope you're doing well. Now, I didn't have set plans on how to approach this week, but since these elements work so well together, it was easy for me to decide on starting with collage. So I pulled out some collage fodder and put them in a basket to work from. I had also challenged myself to take my time and to only use what I pulled. When it comes to collage, I rarely rush this process because I enjoy auditioning papers until something feels right. These pages took me around 40 minutes, which is why I fast forwarded the footage so you could at least watch it and not fall asleep. I can't say it always takes me this long, but if you're rolling your eyes or thinking that it's way too long, well, I don't take offense. You do you. I enjoy this type of collage process, and I know it's not for everyone. We're in the season of slow, and I really wanted to be mindful and very connected to the process. All you need is your favorite glue to get started. I've been thinking about the art of slow, both in general terms and in preparing for this week's layout. And I won't lie, it took me down a wonderful rabbit hole of discovery. Did you know that there's even the art of slow coffee? Where have I been? Anyway, back to the art of slow. I read one school of thought, which is, the art of slow is to commit to a process of deliberate creation. Deliberate creation. I find this so empowering, and it also blew me away because after all these years, I finally understand why I don't enjoy time challenges and that I've always preferred working alone. But don't get me wrong, I love in-person classes. There's that energy exchange. It's a lot of fun meeting up with people. But I rarely finish a project. And I really admire people who can create on demand or with the timer ticking away. But that's just not me. In my case, these things just make me feel so constrained. I feel rushed, and it really breaks my flow. Bottom line, I feel it's a bonus if we understand and accept our creative selves and appreciate all the different ways that we, as artists, express ourselves. I think it would be very boring if we all did everything the same way. Who am I kidding? It would be very boring if we all did everything the same way. But it's good food for thought. So now I'm finding my flow. I'm just going to let you watch without commentary, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, here it is, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I did add a few more pieces, and then on the right page, I tore the top edge of that top center paper, and now I feel there's a better balance on both pages. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, this is usually the time where I will use paint or inks with stamps or stencils or gesso over some of the areas, but in this case, I'm going to leave these pages as they are, a reminder of deliberate creation. I decided to use a floral motif on the tag, so it was time to pull fabrics, trimmings, and lace. Let's start with the tag itself. I trimmed a tag so it would fit my pages better, and since I had all that paper out, I just covered it on both sides and distressed the edges with ink. The first 4 fabrics you'll see were made by Tina Walker, and they're just beautiful. I had no plans to use the handkerchief, but it was in my pile and I wanted to show another resource to consider. So if you have old handkerchiefs, those are great for, your fabric projects. And this last piece was made by Tracy Batista a few years back, and these colors would work really nicely. Next are a handful of various vintage scraps of lace and bits of other textural trims. A little goes a long way, and it's great for adding interesting layers. Lastly, here are some vintage millinery flowers. They were also in my pile, so I thought I'd share them, but they make wonderful accents as well. And here's the tag. I ended up going with the softer neutral palette. I used vintage black seam binding for the top of the tag, and I might add this little button somewhere later. It's all about layering, and like the collage, take your time finding the right pieces. I just sewed them onto the top of the tag, and that was it. When it comes to layering fabrics for tags, it's just like collaging. You have to try all the pieces out. And so here I'm showing you that I just took a little piece of this bud motif here, and I intentionally sewed it upside down for more of an impact. That little piece of black and white polka dot there, even though you can't really see it, we know it's there, and it adds more depth. And here's the back of the tag, which I really love. I turned the word slow into a positive noun, if you will, as I find it's key to deliberate creating. We're finally done. I added messy scribbles with a black gel pen for a bit of whimsy. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to attach the tag, so I'll decide after I finish next week's entry. For now, I'll just set it aside. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll end with a few close-ups. Please be sure to tag us if you're following along. Take care and stay creative. Bye, everyone.